Ladies and gentlemen, I'm coming live from a place that we call home. You see, home is that place you look inside yourself and you find peace. Sometimes it's hard to not breathe, but I let it in, boom, see, like breathe in, breathe out. Eating me now. Hey, nobody, I know the storms are coming, but I'm the eye of the storm now.
Today I manifesto.
In my prayers, in my words.
Pip the air, not to tear vitu life things. Nipate there, niki prepare, wanna dive in. I want the dare, kuwenea, come a 5G. When I compare, wamile, when I'm a pipe dream. When I judge, when I would tell come a IV. Ilaya hedge, I guess. Nikona catch your mess. Sukuni get none Dutch, nilla the bet my debts. Nikaji get one mess. Inhale, Wi-Fi, I'm a wifey. Zeitgeist, I'm a vaccine. Sci-fi, I'm a might see. 99, I'm a white tee. Man, less na vest, no man, a breath, na west. Nikana bet, na death. To limit death, one net. To kaji get, kwa mesh. Balancing, na checks. Nikaji get, kwa get. Heavenly, nikitema. Melanin, na nena. Feminine, wana meza. Meja jina, mafena. Meza jena, majenja. Cheza chena, ma chin up. Uneza tia, ma team up. Nacheza dina, na tenga. I never learn, never linger. Nemulero, mutenda. Nakani window ni simba. Nakasi wimbo na yimba. Dhamini helengo ni dipa. Today I let myself go. Mahali shingo ni shika, vishindo ni pita. Isingo ni tisa. Ifindom ni shisha, ifindrom ni sifa. Kwa kingdom ni vikra. No misdom na mister. Na miss home na miss far. My mission munispa kwa hit throne na mindai. Don't need pan na need guide. My wisdom na mita. The miracle ni reswa. The miracle ni reswatch. The miracle na missy wachi. Jajasha open doors atakama tuko lockdown. Atakama tuko lockdown. Atuko lockdown. Free your mind now. Manifest free your mind now. Let me flow fly. Free my heart. Jajasha open doors atakama tuko lockdown. Kama tuko lockdown. Free your mind now. Atuko lockdown. Go back. Hey, free your mind now. Jajasha open doors atakama tuko lockdown. Kama tuko lockdown. Jajasha open doors atakama tuko lockdown. Atuko lockdown. Mind now. Manifest till I go back. Let me flow fly. Free my heart, let my thoughts out. Jajasha open doors atakama tuko lockdown. Kama tuko lockdown. Kama tuko lockdown. Free your mind now. Atuko lockdown. Go back. Get my hopes down. Let me flow fly. Free my heart, let my thoughts out. Kama tuko lockdown. Jajasha open doors atakama tuko lockdown. Kama tuko lockdown. Tuko lock. Free your mind now. Manifest till I go back. Jajasha open doors atakama tuko lockdown. Kama tuko lockdown. Mama get the outside. Free my love, let my flow fly. Free my heart, let my thoughts out. Jajasha open doors atakama tuko lockdown. Down, 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 down. Free your mind now. Manifest till I go back. Hey. Come to go lockdown. Come to go lockdown. Come to go lockdown.
at 1:39 a.m. on this 12th day of September 2022. Karibu sana to another Sana kwa Sana Sunday session. It's a Sana kwa Sana Sunday Monday session. Unajua our DNA, if you are a follower of Sana kwa Sana, ya kuwa haijalishi wakati tutafanya a live session on a Sunday, bado itafanyika. In this case inafanyika Jumatatu, sio Jumapili, lakini huwa tunauliza wakati ni nini. Karibu sana na asante kwa kukuwa hapa for another one. This might be a strong or maybe fairly strong, one of those sessions ambazo niko peke yangu kwa sababu ya time yenye naifanya. Ingawaje sitakuwa surprised nikiona some people pass by na at the end of this video nikiwa na watu kadhaa wa kumention, kwa sababu tunajua vile huwa mnakuanga, tunajua vile huwa unakuanga wewe mwenye hujalala na umetokea kwa hii video baadaye after nisha ongea kwa hii intro, so I make sense. But only if you're watching this later na kuna majina nimetag mahali, inamaanisha kile nilikuwa nasema ili happen. I am that accurate because I do this. As I had to scream and remind the individuals wenye nilikuwa na wao kwa one of the events that nimetaja kwa this video title. I had to remind people that I do this. It seems they forget who I am. Lakini ni sawa, lazima watu wakumbushwe. Collective amnesia is a thing, as well as personal individual amnesia. Wiki iliyopita ni interesting because leo pia tunaongelea something tied to the same. Tuliongelea Cheche Sessions, ilikuwa show ya Slim Shaka at Cheche Books and Cafe, Bookshop and Cafe. Ili happen on the 27th of August, which was a Saturday. Lakini wiki iliyopita, that weekend of the show, not wiki iliyopita, that weekend of your show ya Slim Shaka, the 28th, hiyo Sunday, ilikuwa our anniversary. Kwa hivyo tulifanya our anniversary session. Kando na our anniversary session, tulifanya two reviews during the live session. Moja ilikuwa ya King Kabi na Mr. Lu, album yao, project yao, EP yao, kazi kwa vijana. Na tukafanya review ya album ya tatu ya Fadhili Itulia, The Problemist. Kama hujana hizo reviews by now, On top of that, ilikuwa anniversary ya mziki ya wiki. So vile ilikuwa 2 years za Sana kwa Sana, ndio the same way ilikuwa 2 years of mziki ya wiki, 2 years of Sana kwa Sana being on YouTube, 2 years za mimi kuandika kuhusu mziki ya Kenya on the blog sanakwasana.wordpress.com. Kwa hivyo hiyo session ya Slim Shaka nilizungumzia wiki iliyopita, a week after alikuwa ameperform. Hiyo pia kama hujaiona, So that is what ilifanyika wiki iliyopita. Kisha pale YouTube, kando na kushare that conversation, that discussion, nilishare mziki ya wiki 13 on Monday. Following that, the week nilikuwa na share snippets kutoka mziki ya wiki 12. So repurposing track reviews that entire week, from Maya Amolo with Foundry featuring Kalibwani to Black Moon and Saint Ivo, Kivuna, to recently Tanasha Donna and Barack Jacuzzi, Karma, which has performed very well for our standards. Tunasemanga our standards ni, for instance, hii video ya Slim Shaka yenye nimesema kwa sababu hujaicheki iko na 7 views. Hizo ndio standards zetu. For example, we are very simple, unknown, and niche. For Tanasha Donna na Barack, it's at 89 views currently. So that's what I mean. And here we are for another Sunday session on a Monday. Pia tunajua bills lazima zilipwe, watu wamelala ndio waamke in a few hours kutafuta hela za kulipa bills. For that we completely understand. Some of us are chronic haters from bedsitters, and the work must continue regardless of whether capitalism exists and stands or otherwise. Then najua Jumanne kuna sikukuu kwa sababu mnaapisha rais wenu. Kwa hivyo tafuteni hiyo hela leo kisha mnaweza pumzika. Najua kwa wasanii kuna wenye masiku pia hazijalishi. Any day can be any day. Lakini weekends for artists matter juu kuna shows na ndio wanalipa bills. When those who've been surviving capitalism through the week need their recourse. Need their chance to escape. So what a week it has been. The weekend rather juu since uko ndo wasanii thrive. In the period ya wasanii thrive, that has been an amazing I am dying on a live session. Get it? Leave him dead in the living room. Get it? Dead in the living room. You know who said that? Jump in the comments as Iroka would tell you. So nilikuwa nasema the weekend imekuwa a beautiful one on my end. Yours was horrible. Siwezi kusaidia. Yangu ilikuwa nzuri sana. Ukiona nafanya hii session on a Monday, ujue I was out and about. I was living the life. I rarely live life, so my misery is too heavy. Haiwezi niala unilive maisha ovyo ovyo. Niambianga wewe unaishi aje maisha. Maintain hapa. So I have lived the life on Saturday and Sunday, which ndio maana tuko hapa. Ndio maana uko hapa if you even this fine to the video. I say this for the videos za YouTube. It's weird if you're watching this on YouTube, so I say this here. I say this for other videos. Kuona ni watu wangapi tumesave tukachuja kwa the first moments of a video kwa sababu ya introduction. It's a technique ya kuchuja watu, so thank you for being here. On Saturday kulikuwa na a live podcast recording. Sijui iwapo unafahamu Mic Check walikuwa wanafanya a live recording for their 30th episode. It's interesting how time huendanga, na since waanze kuifanya it's been 30 episodes. Hizo ni episodes mob. Those are a lot of episodes, na ni kila wiki that they post. Wamekuwa since they started post on different days, Wednesday, Thursday. Sijui if they posted some time back on a Monday, or they used to record on a Monday, then you get them on Wednesday, Thursday. But none of this matters anyway. Or maybe it does. But wamekuwa wakifanya for quite some time. This is not new as far as getting into the podcasting space. Nilisema tapata my fellow miserable people here. Irauka, henda ulale, kakangu. Go sleep. Go rest. Because under Upside Digital Networks, which is the umbrella, the team wamekuwa wakifanya such content for quite some time now. Kulikuwa na Just Kidding ya Chaxi na Arosh, where they used to just sit and converse. Sijui if under Just Kidding, I think so, ndio bado walikuwa wanafanya interviews na wasanii. Nakumbuka nimeona interview ya I saw Kavinya, I saw Charisma, I saw Bensoul. I remember Bensoul akiongea akisema alikuwa na share, and this has to be maybe 2018-19, maybe 19. Alikuwa na share story yake ya how the deal ya kuwork na Soul Generation ili come through for him, na at that point kwa life yake how alikuwa nafikiria kuachana na mziki. A perennial thought for a lot of artists na creatives generally. And then that happened, na ikabadilisha trajectory ya life yake forever. But so kuna hizi ideas and conversations and segments that Upside may have for quite some time now. Kulikuwa pia na other sessions that I've seen where kuwa na sort of quick questions with artists. I've only watched one ya Karun. That also kulikuwa na, what is the name? Let me see if I can remember. The Catalyst. Now Mike Check iko na 2 hosts for the Catalyst. Chaxi na Maria used to do the Catalyst together. Apart from that, recently, now this is before Mike Check, kulikuwa na I think kulikuwa na, before In Conversation there was something else that Chaxi pia alikuwa anafanya, and alikuwa na, I think alikuwa na Zinia, possibly Charisma again. Alikuwa na number of artists wenye alifanya the session with, where walikuwa na chill kwa a bar, na the guest would make the cocktail for Chaxi as they conversed, and then at the end wangekunywa. So there was that one too. Then kulikuwa now na In Conversation, which upon sijaona the interview, but najua alikuwa na Mbogi Genje. Niliona interview ya Fena. Amefanya pia interview na MDQ, and for the MDQ one ilikuwa ile kumpick up, and then kuna segments of the interview kwa gari as they were driving to this tattoo space where MDQ alikuwa na get a tattoo. If Chaxi also did, but that was the idea for the conversation. And so amekuwa in this space, and Upside have been doing this for quite some time with different segments, different forms of content and conversations, and now currently wanafanya mic check. Yeah, Maria na Moas. So sijui if you watch them. If you don't, now you know. Na nimekupatia history because I do this, as I said, nikianza. Unaweza tafuta Upside Digital Networks on YouTube, as well as kwa streaming platforms. Unaweza tafuta Mic Check Podcast, utawapata uwasikize. Kwa YouTube unaweza pata all the material that nimerefer to. Naam, kwa hivyo with this they've done 30 episodes so far. Your consistency ni commendable. Tuna washerehekea, tunatumai waendelee kufanya kile wanafanya. Tuone where this will go. Part of the session ilikuwa kuulizwa maswali, and one of those questions was where wangetaka kuenda na lengo lao ni lipi. Wakasema wanadai kukuwa the biggest podcast in the universe, in the world. Universe ni we barely know the ocean yenye tuko nayo hapa duniani, barely. So therefore we barely know our solar system, our galaxy. But their words walisema dunia. So tunataka kuona where that can go for them. Commendable consistency. Najua wengi wenu, wewe mwenye unanisikia sahi, umenikemea before for my consistency, kama ni hapa kwa sana, kama ni kwa my own personal account. Najua wengine wetu tunasherehekea consistency. Umenikemea lakini ni sawa. Mimi unajua, no hard feelings. You can be as honest as you want with sana kwa sana, as candid as you want with us all the time. Sana with me, I can handle it. The rest of the team, you are fragile. So if you ever have anything to say to the crew, niambie. Before you wafikie, nitakuwa sugarcoat for the sake of them. So party baggage. That reference will make sense in a few. So I think at episode, usually kwa episode gani? Kama ni the 20th or 20 something, wali put out an open invite to people for the live recording, their 30th episode. So nika RSVP, tukatumiwa invites through mail, and that is what happened on Saturday afternoon from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. The recording ilianza at 4 something, I believe. Na niliona hiyo 2 to 6 p.m. nikajua hii mnapewa grace period, time ya kufika. For those of you who arrive late at things, maybe pia au kama guests, because hao ndo ma superstars, hao ndio wana run the show. Si tumekuja kuwaona, so they take their time. But that was what happened. Lianza 2 hours plus late. Nangoja kuona how long the session was. Nilikuwa nazungumza na mtu akisema ilikuwa short, nikamwambia siku surprised kwa ilikuwa an hour or close to. Though ilikuwa fupi, ilikuwa their typical format ya kuifanya where they have topics of discussion, though wali maintain one of their segments which ni checkpoint, where they pick a random topic and offer perspectives regarding that. So this time, outside of what they usually do with topics, ilikuwa a Q&A from the audience. People were given pieces of paper za mic check, wakaandika maswali, kisha wakazichukua, respond to them. So that was the entire session. Then kulikuwa na interactions with the audience, au kuuliza audience members some questions na kuinteract with some of them outside of kuuliza maswali, kama ni kuongea na people who've been commenting on the videos na mambo kama hayo. And that was what it happened. After ilisha, ilikuwa moment yao tu ku-interact hadi huo wakati wa kurudi kule mlitoka na muendelee na maisha yenyu. Kama the miserable as ours, proceed with the misery. If you're living the life, proceed living the life. But that was their recording. Walisema watafanya another live one for the 50th one and more. So feel free to check out Mic Check hapa YouTube, one what they're about, Upside Digital Networks generally, na vitu they have going on ama they've had going on in the past. Nimesema kama ni mtu wa streaming platforms, Mic Check Podcast is the name. Haya. The interaction session will include pia photography, videography, gotta take selfies. I do this for the gram. You know that reference? If you know that reference, cheza kawe kwa comment section. Cheza kawe kwa comment section. For those of us who know a thing or two kuhusu consistency, here we are with our 7 views on a video 2 years later. You have to love it. Abe was right. Kwa na haya mazungumzo kwa review yetu ya Fadhili that may refer to the problemist. Abe was right. Watch that review for reference. I won't be doing this work over and over. I know I do this, but na nilitoka huko na mzigo, came out with something to show for it. So in case usinione mahali kwa video ama kwa picha, just know that I went, and this live is evidence enough. But niko na poster ya Nirvana mahali hapa. At least I can now decorate my wall. I've been wanting to do that forever. But with other posters that I've had for a while that I'm yet to frame, half of those posters, therefore, half of them too, there's someone who's supposed to be doing the framing, but who are they? I won't even bring that here, but I just have. But only they know. So they're not watching this. Maybe they are. Maybe something tremendous has happened. Maybe need the title of this video, so they are watching because they're curious. Otherwise, hapana. Hizi ni za diehard. So the second nanipoa nimeitania at 30 minutes. At the half-hour mark, to turn to the other conversation. Perfect. How things a line with 3 eyes. The other thing that happened was Trabolee. Yes, perfect, 30-30. And Akili Blaq. Nilisema what nilidiscuss wiki iliyopita iko connected to what we are discussing today. If you are looking at the title, inaweza kuwa make sense to you or maybe not, but ni Trabolee na Akili Blaq walikuwa wana to indulge, wana to engage, wana to immerse kwa katika MaLiZaRoHo sessions because they want to make that a regular thing ama kuifanya again pale Cheche Sessions. So wiki iliyopita nimesema tulizungumzia Slim Shaka aliyekuwa huko on the 27th. Jana kwa sababu leo ni Jumatatu ilikuwa Mr. Trabolee, Mantra and Mr. Akili Blaq wakituimas kwa sessions zao MaLiZaRoHo sessions. Trabolee and Akili Blaq have worked for years now. I do hope that they release the footage that wali-record outside of the performance, because kulikuwa na an interview segment where Trabolee alidetail relationship yake na Akili Blaq vile walipatana, and part of it naijua as Tra kusema alikama across beats za Blaq na akarap on them, then aka-converse na yeye, and that conversation ikaanzisha what now we are experiencing as such a beautiful journey of two brilliant creatives, very meticulous at what they do. Ukisikiza the projects you can tell hata kama inaweza kuwa tedious for a Trabolee, inaweza kuwa monotonous kwake. Again, if you are kwa the show una get kile nasema, because both Tra na Akili Blaq walishare hiyo process na hiyo kukua na tedium as part of it, because of how Akili Blaq work with having tracks and redoing them over and over and having multiple versions of the same track. Uta watch if they release the footage more on the same, you get even deeper into kile nasema. But meticulous people at what they do, listening to the music, ukisikiza their projects, utaiona. So that foundation ya that relationship ya track, usikiza beats za Blaq, kurap on them na ku-converse na yeye. After that ni we come kupokea a project in 2018 which ni Telos, and this was a follow-up to Trabolee's debut album, solo album yake All Roads Lead Home, ambayo tuliongelea na tukacelebrate its anniversary a few months ago in May with Trabolee mwenyewe. So check hizo conversations. It's a 4-part conversation. Hapa. Find time, because time is all we have. Na uzione. So Telos comes in 2018, September, I believe 21st. Follow up ya All Roads iliyotoka in 2015. So for All Roads, what if wangefanya this session on 21st? I think 21st is not a weekend. I know 20 because 24th ni Saturday and 25th, but kama wangeifanya on the 21st of September iko amazing. Walifanya 9/11. So for All Roads ni miaka 7 since itoke. Telos inaingia 4, which is wild if you think about time imesonga. That was their first project together, Trabolee na Akili Blaq, na ilikuwa itoke way before that time. Na this I think at the time Pengetoka, most of the production would have been from Buff Beats, because Buff Beats ali provide most of the production for Trabolee kwa All Roads, na alikuwa amewak naye sana. Then najua Tra alikuwa ashaanza kushughulikia his next project in 15-16. All Roads ilitoka in Feb, so 2016 alikuwa na some tracks already, and ili transform jina ya the project and the songs that were there up until 2018 tupate Telos. Then a few months after that, in January, wakatoa MaLiZaRoHo the EP, 3 songs. It's available on SoundCloud. Naambia kutakuwa na watu hapa. Patos kikosi ni aje? Tosha shaenda zake. After that, tukaingia 2020 August 28th, which Sadfa, si Sadfa, hii ni Sadfa, hii si Sadfa, this is Sadfa, hii ni Sadfa. Sadfa, their EP came out, their second EP, their third project together, a product of the lockdown, the apocalypse that was. Sahi ini afterlife tunaishi. This is inaitwangaje, after rapture kufanyika. So bado kwa hapa inamaanisha wewe ni mtenda dhambi. Nafurahia kukuwa na wewe, nafurahia kujua tuko pamoja, unlike your former government. Then 2022, which is this year that we are in, tukapokea project ingine. Ilitoka March 4th wakamua kuMaLiZaRoHo once again, marching forth as they connect the dots backwards, because MaLiZaRoHo the EP, MaLiZaRoHo the title track kwa hiyo EP, MaLiZaRoHo the album, na kuna MaLiZaRoHo that title track from the EP here, albeit different key arrangement, kisikiza the sonics, the production, and watch our review of this album uone kile nasema, because I do this, nimei break down. The reason hizi reviews ukuwa refu ni kwa sababu yangu, because I cannot let down artists. They put in the time, so equally I also put in the time. I respect artists, so I do this. This came out March 4th 2022, and that's the catalog together. Walisema kuna MaLiZaRoHo ya pili inatoka, we are waiting for that, obviously. Wamesema it should be out in a few months time. Tulijoke na Irauka tukisema, as well as Roger, if this is coming out tushapata projects that will fill our top lists ikija kwa Kenyan hip hop of 2022. Kama itakuwa top 5, tutapata other projects za kujaza. Kama itakuwa top 3, list iko sorted tayari hata before project itoke. MaLiZaRoHo 1 na 2 zitakuwa, as well as the obvious. If you watch us, you know the obvious Nilotic by Elsie Wameo. Goes without say. Na ukiona hiyo video ya our top 3 albums of the year thus far, those two projects, MaLiZaRoHo na Nilotic, tulisema guaranteed kifika mwisho wa mwaka zitakuwa kwa list zetu. So ndo catalog yao, albums, full length projects 2, Telos Preaching to the Converted ya 2018 na MaLiZaRoHo 1 ama 1 in parentheses as Irauka would say ya 2022, MaLiZaRoHo the EP ya 2019 na Sadfa the EP ya 2020. You can see the consistency. One thing that people should be thinking about, people should not be overlooking, but najua our culture and dynamics zake make this happen a lot, tuna overlook sana, ni when we sit na to reflect on artists' runs, album wise, project wise. Trabolee has one of the best runs. Even tukiangalia tu Trabolee na Trabolee kwanza peke yake, run yake ni crazy. Tukienda way back to THC, or if you want to, way back to Black Rose, but Black Rose haiko kwa the public eye na the public domain as much as THC. Black Rose ilikuwa yana Shakim Shala. So tukieka Black Rose ni sawa, tukitoa pia bado ni sawa, but hiyo pia ni a significant part of development yake as an artist to this point. Black Rose, then tuende THC, so debut mixtape yake. Tutoke kwa THC that same year 2013 kuna Occult Law, another collaborative project yake na Jukmeister. Tutoke hapo tuende 2014 January, Rift comes out ya 1183, collaborative project again yenye ni an imprint kwa Kenyan hip hop undoubtedly, as Ian no nickname alisema, Ian Gwagi aki-interview that which is a statement that amesema mara nyingi, hakuna a conversation kuhusu Kenyan hip hop without 1183, whichever way you want to chop that fable, whichever way you want to discuss it. 2015 debut solo album yake, All Roads Lead Home. I think in 2016 or 15 kulikuwa na collaborative project, I think ilikuwa an EP, yeye, Raj, watu hawajuangi ama maybe watu wameisahau, na other acts as well. Najua Kevin Grants was part of it. Najua kulikuwa na tracks na I think Luke the Monster. So hiyo pia ilikuwa another collaborative project. After that now tunakuja for 2018 Telos, MaLiZaRoHo, Sadfa. Towards the end of 2020 or 2021 kulikuwa na a project called Safari that was a commissioned project. Alikuwa part of a program, and that was what came out of it. After that now kuna MaLiZaRoHo 1. It's a crazy run. It's, thinking about it, fascinating, and the amount of work and the quality of work speak for themselves. So whenever we'll sit and have this reflection, culturally, musically, that is something to keenly observe. But I've just done that. Who else? So nilikuwa nasema tuieke hivyo individually, tuseme track, then tuangalia Akili Blaq na Akili Blaq's body of work. akona history in South Africa, aliishare pia during the show, na kama interact na yeye unaweza kuwa unaijua. But one of the questions was ku get into production, na alisema alianzia akiwa huko in the early 2000s, and amework na acts from SA wengi sana. Ukisikiza Snappy Little Beats beat tape series yake, utasikiza a lot of MCs kutoka SA that comes from here kukua huko, na kuwork na a lot of artists na maintain those relationships whereby akiwa kia Snappy Little Beats anapata verses na wana collab with them. Outside of that, kuna project yake na Muki Garang, $1 a day ya 2012. kuna project they did na Mima Shafi a few years after that, maybe 2015, I could be or 16, I could be wrong. Then najua kuna Ua yenye aliyokuta on the spot akauliza kuihusu project ya Akili, Mima na Akili akasurprise watu, akasema mkiacha email zenyu after show in a few mtapata the project via email, so people should be expecting that. Iwapo walikuwa showeka kukua show, he's a man. Trappy alikuwa surprised that Akili Blaq alisema anapatia to your project. Yeye mwenyewe alisema kitu amekalia Akili Blaq for years now, amesema amekaa nayo project for 6 years. And it's something that ukiangalia process yake with going back and revisiting projects and revising them, altering whatever it is alter and stripping them down, building again, kuangusha the entire thing na kuanza mara ingine, understand why amekaa na hiyo project for such a long time, but alisema hata ipeana eventually. So kuna hiyo project snappy zake ziko 1 mpaka 5. You can get them on YouTube or on Bandcamp, uzipurchase, uzisikize. Then kazi yake na Trabolee au as a duo, their catalogs are insane. Now the quality of work remains, na if anything inaenda improve. Niko na video on YouTube hapa nasema Trabolee and Akili Blaq are unique artists. Then kuna another one nikisema give Akili Blaq his flowers. Those videos capture the brilliance of these two acts, kwa sababu looking at their discography, the quality of work, as I've stated, get better. Looking at how long they've been doing this, now to find new ways of tapping into their artistry, ni mesmerizing to watch na fascinating to experience the final products of what wanna create. So leo ilikuwa show yao pamoja. Akili Blaq alikuwa nasema this is even the first time amefanya what he did, ye kukuwa on stage na kuperform na kushare music that amecreate kwa studio na kuzisikia over and over na kuziwakia kwa studio na sharing them online in this format of performing. That was a first for him. Amerap for very many years. As far as show yake ya kwanza yenye ni alikuwa amecurate na ni alikuwa ana headline na ana perform, ilikuwa in 2020 before the apocalypse, ilikuwa in Feb 2020. Kuna a conversation between Trabolee and myself on YouTube kwa page ya Living Proof. Ilikuwa an intermission during that show, enda uone haya mazungumzo kati yangu na Trabolee. Kuna a review of that show on the blog sanakwasana.wordpress.com. Unaweza pia icheki usome uone how the show ilikuwa. So hiyo ilikuwa one track minded. Hiyo ilikuwa jina ya hiyo show iliyofanyika in Feb at the Good Institute. After that Apocalypse ikafanyika, kina Tra na Akili wakaingia studio wakatupatia Sadfa that came out in August 28th of 2020. Nilikuwa nasema ni interesting because na nikisema this is Sadfa in Sadfa ama isi Sadfa, na sikuifikiria at the time, ili ni hit 2 weeks ago tukisherehekea our anniversary, kwa sababu if you can remember nilisema date ya show ya Slim Shaka at Cheche was the 27th on Saturday, na on Sunday we had our anniversary ya Sana kwa Sana, which ili align anniversary ya mziki ya wiki 28th August 2020, which is mind blowing kufikiria, was the same day nilipublish my first video on Sana kwa Sana on YouTube, na ilikuwa review ya battle rap kati ya Ghost Flow na Verdict. And the following 2 days, the following Saturday 29th ilikuwa Raps by Q versus Rhyme Freak. Then on 30th on Sunday ilikuwa Kalimani versus Nemesis. Those are the first 3 videos on the channel. Terrible, horrendous quality. But from 28th August ndio hii safari yenye sasa una witness this journey. Uko ndio ilianza, and on that same 28th ndio Trabolee Akili Blaq wali-release Sadfa. I just noted that 2 weeks ago, and whenever I think about it, ni mind blowing all the time. Hata sasa nikiongelea, it's insane to think about. And the project is called Sadfa. In correct fashion, I connected the dots backwards. And that fact, that tiny fact, ikani hit. And here we are. So Untrack Minded happened in Feb of 2020. We received the project after that. And then in September, now at this time, the world ilikuwa imeopen up. That same weekend, where nilikuwa na share hizo videos za battle rap reviews, that same weekend is the same weekend tulifanya our first reviews ever as a group. Nilikuwa nimereview battle rap, the battles that nimetaja ni aje Freddy wachawi tu wanakuja hapa sahi. That same weekend tulifanya our first reviews ever, and those reviews were Lucky You ya Nyashinsky, Antidote ya Black Swahili, na Mambo Kavu by Kafu, na Mambo Makes Music. Hizo zilikuwa our first reviews to ever record as a crew. So that same weekend tukirecord hizo reviews, kuna videos nilikuwa na publish on the channel. So it's an interesting time also for us as Sana kwa Sana, before tumefika 2 years 2 weeks ago. Tra na walikuwa wametoa Sadfa. So after Sadfa in September the world ilikuwa ina open up, and even the country, kulikuwa, let's say the country, kulikuwa na a show ya Boom Bap Click at Lavalate, which also kuna videos performances of the show unaweza cheki. Trabolee, Oxide na Fikra Teule. Oxide alikuwa amedrop was it out at the yes, it was out at the time. Ni venye ilikuwa itoke earlier but akaitoa time ingine. So Oxide alikuwa ametoa Kalesa na earpods, Tra alikuwa na Sadfa, Fikra alikuwa was Azania out? I think so. I think Azania ilikuwa imetoka, but tuli review Azania basi later. Sijui kama ilikuwa imetoka. I don't know, let me confirm. But aliperform ngoma za Azania. Alifanya track yake na HR Tra na anaitwaje, na Sha. So Freddy ananiambia Azania was out at the time. Ndio kumbuka, why did we do the review? Because tulifanya review ya Azania later in the year, but pia our reviews ilikuwa spaced out sana, so that's why, because the same time tulifanya Azania, the same time tulifanya review ya Este Dawn plus I Rap Good, the same time tulifanya Oxides review Kalesa na earpods, tukafanya Don Wama Don ya Jovi Jov, tulifanya a number of reviews your time. I think pia tulifanya King in the North ya the MCGZ. So yes, 2 years, time flies in a crazy way. Sijui mbona Freddy leo. Freddy, are you around? Ama uko maeneo tofauti? Hukwenda show ya Tra, man. Ulihata. Katsa nafaa kuwa amekuringia by now. Kaja kuringia bado sijui. Kaja kuringia sijui manze. So hiyo show ilikuwa na Fikra, Oxide, Trabolee na Tra perform Sadfa for the first time kwa hiyo show. The performance videos nimesema ziko out, unaweza zicheki kupata time. Pia Monaja aliperform mziki ya Raia na Checkmate na Manjoro. So kuna some performances from there. Niko na pia interviews from that same event. Kuna interview niko nayo na Fikra, moja na Oxide, moja na Tra na Akili. So you can also check hizo videos out, uone how they were na vile event ilikuwa. But after that, this is the next time now. So kumekuwa na One Track Minded in February, Dunia ikafungwa, then now tuko hapa in September, the first time Trana perform Sadfa. After that, here we are in 2022 with show yenye sasa Tra amepanga, ama yenye yeye ndio the only act performing na headline na amecurate. Hii inakuja 2 years after One Track Minded, and now akona Akili Blaq on stage. For One Track Minded, msali provide the Sonics. Hiyo siku ilikuwa Middle East, same na Boom Bap Click. Middle East ndio aliplay. Blaq alikuwa ana watch for both of these events, because alikuwa for this one, the people wenye me create MaLiZaRoHo pamoja were together on stage. First time for Akili Blaq kuifanya. Ilikuwa a beautiful experience. Ilikuwa an amazing show, a memorable show. If you were there for One Track Minded, nimesema one, kuna a conversation between Trabolee and myself, which was an intermission during the show. Two, nimesema kuna review. Utanote kuna a lot of difference between the execution. Kuna a lot of growth as well. I've talked kuhusu how these are two skilled artists and musicians, na kuona hiyo growth si kitu unexpected. They take their craft seriously, na ukiwaona on stage ama ukisikia their projects ni kitu to experience. So kuona what Trabolee Akili Blaq walifanya, their keenness on quality of the sound, their keenness kuja kwa how they will execute the performance, how they will flow kutoka one set to another, unaweza tell kuna hiyo intention kwa kile wanafanya na craft yao. Freddy says could not make it, but I'll be in Kisumu next weekend for No Way Out Battles, which ni tournaments zinazoendelea for Kenyan battle rap from Nairobi to Nakuru to Mombasa. Sasa wanaelekea Kisumu City. Tutangoja kuona what comes out of that. So Freddy is doing his thing and I represent. So there's so much, kuna tremendous growth we are experiencing here with hizi MaLiZaRoHo sessions at Cheche Sessions. The good thing ni watu kina Freddy walisema wanapanga kuifanya tena, so this will be happening again. Kuna MaLiZaRoHo 2 that is coming out, so there is so much. Nata kuifikiria that kuna MaLiZaRoHo 1 and they have a second one and it's within the same year. And nimesema they have such a crazy run of projects. Na ukifikiria, when you sit and reflect which have done on their discographies individually na as a duo, their run ni unparalleled. But pia dynamics kuja kwa music journalism si kitu that watu hufanya, but nimeifanya. So their run one of one, I would say. And you can make arguments for other acts too, but kuangalia quality of work and other aspects of that discussion, and still Trabolee Akili Blaq watatokea at the apex. So how they divide the session, najua I've only been there for one Cheche session, which ni Slim Shaka several weeks back, two or so weeks back. Na hiyo ilikuwa first set, kukawa na an intermission, which is the interview na Ian. Na Ian anachukua kazi yangu. Ian, if you're watching this, unachukua kazi yangu. Punguza itama uko nayo, tuachie kazi, jenga the youth them. Then kuna second set, hivyo ndio Slim alipanga yake. But nilisema during Slim's review of that show that I've seen footage, pictures online za session ya Mutoria, na pia niliona kulikuwa na a session where kulikuwa na an interview, na niliona I think Corinne Kahi ndiye alifanya. So najua kuna na intermission, so sijui if all artists divide their sets in that manner, set 1 then intermission then the rest. So for Trabolee ilikuwa different, alikuwa na sets 4. And one thing you realize ukiona akiperform, they have so many tracks. So many tracks. Na they just touched 2 projects. And even for those 2 projects, only one ndio ilikuwa almost entirely Sadfa. I don't think wali play the song that I played nikianza hii session. But for MaLiZaRoHo, they touched 7. Nilikuwa naangalia before nianze hii session. So you still have 5 because MaLiZaRoHo iko na 12 songs. They have a lot of songs. Their catalog ni vast. Na ni back-to-back bangers. Back-to-back amazing tracks. Listening to those songs kwa this sort of environment yenye ni a performance where the sound imeshughulikiwa, it's a different experience than kuisikiza. From kuisikiza ukiwa peke yako with your headphones or earphones on. I told Tra that music yake as far as lyrical content, si for mass consumption. Ndio content yake, nasema as far as a concert or a performance context, inaweza kuwa public na iconsumiwe publicly. You can market the music, promote the music, na isikizwe na a huge population. But content-wise, they are the kind of artists whereby material yao needs an attentive audience, needs an audience that prepare to consume what they will share because of how Trabolee writes. It needs you to listen to kile anasema, style yake ya kuandika na content yake. However, with the sound and listening to this in the context that tulikuwa at Cheche, ilikuwa so different because una realize you can listen to this sound kwa a huge concert na ita work vizuri sana. Also, Trabolee Akili Blaq are skilled musicians. If they're to transport this, now translate each show from an intimate show at Cheche to a larger venue, niko sure ni kitu wanaweza fanya very well. Trabolee akona tracks that you can, kama ni those popular sounds or songs that have the ability kukuwa popular, he has those songs for catalog yake. He can do it all. That's how skilled he is. So alikuwa na sets 4 na ni banger after banger after banger. Hakuna kutulia, hakuna kupumua, one after the other, after the other, after the other. Now we realize how vast their catalog is. So the opening set, 2 sets first, then kukawa na a brief intermission where Trabolee alisoma from kitabu chake, alisoma thoughts flani zile alifeel angeza kushare na sisi. After that akafanya Blaq akaplay instrumental. The MC that Shahidi is akaenda stage akarap. So kina Blaq wakifanya session uko nasema wana play something, then akasema najua kuna MCs in the house, najua kuna creatives in the house, maybe kuna 16. Akasema rap it to yourself. Rap it in your heart. That was the president na vile wali said. But Shahidi ni nani? The ex. After some time, after beat ili play alisha stage, aka rap. Ali rap. Najua Fredi anajua hiyo verse ama hiyo ngoma. Ni ile time Shah alikuwa na make comeback yake around 2017-18. Kuna hiyo ngoma alitoa akikujia watu, nimesahau how that song is called, but hiyo ndo verse yenye Shah aliperform. Then we went back to the other set. Then after that third set, now the intermission that nimesema na Ian, your interview, which was maybe 40 minutes long, 30 something close to 40. Yeah, or half an hour plus around there. After that session, back to the last set, which is the fourth set. So that's how walipanga set yao. Even the arrangement of the set was different from the other set. Different pia kwa sababu hapa kukuwa na featured acts. Ilikuwa Trabolee na Akili Blaq au kushare the music. For Sadfa, the one feature ni Zilo kwa Zilo's Heaven. Kwa MaLiZaRoHo 1 na 4 Azirauka would say kuna more features than kwa Sadfa, more features than kwa Telos in any project that they've done before. I even said this kwa our review of the album. Hapa na mekuwa the most features in a while. Kwa Telos kulikuwa na Romi kwa Kingdoms. And so this was different, but hakuwa na any featured acts for the performance. Yesterday evening, nilikuwa Trabolee na Akili Blaq na Zilo. mwenye ali open. It's been years since she last performed. Ameniambia since 2013. Almost a decade since she was last on stage. But niye ali open the show. The performances, nimesema wali focus on 2 projects, which still speaks a lot kwa sababu they still have more that they could have digged into. Kuna Telos na kuna MaLiZaRoHo the EP. But for here ilikuwa Sadfa, nimesema they almost did the entire project. Then na MaLiZaRoHo, that was what ili form the entire show. And then verses from previous projects tying into the narrative of the performance and the narrative of a particular piece or segment of the show. For example, kulikuwa na a performance alifanya verse ya Fuego kwa beat ya Sikio la Tatu. Alifanya Hearts from MaLiZaRoHo, alifanya kwa beat ya Vantage Point. Then ako going to Vantage Point, alifanya Vantage Point baadaye. But ili form a soundscape for Hearts previously. So kulikuwa pia na verse from I think that was a verse from Clap. Kasi Clap, is it Lash? One of the two. I think ni Clap. Alifanya verse from there. Alikuwa na Frank as well. So alikuwa na hizo moments where kuna verses from other places anazi combine na these newer soundscapes na newer contexts because of the verses that are preceding hizi verses from other projects, which ni kitu yenye Trabolee hufanya kwa performances zake. I've watched him do it kwa context ya kufanya spoken word performances. Alifanya pia kwa one track minded. Sasa nimesema kulikuwa na aspect ya tremendous growth. When I've watched him previously do that, nimekuwa na gripes about how anazifanyanga. Pia it comes with knowing his catalog. Juu najua hii ni verse kutoka pale, hii ni verse kutoka pale, hii ni verse kutoka pale. So when I've watched that kwa hizi context that nimetaja, kuna kuanga na hiyo thought ya mimi kukuwa na gripe with it. But here kumekuwa na more intention, I would say, with how amezifanya and how zimelink. Zilo alianza, but before that kulikuwa na Black playing na kutukaribisha kwa the show with some music. Ikaisha, then Zilo akaperform Zilo's Heaven from Sadfa. Tra akakuja stage, alimkaribisha stage, alikuwa na blindfold, akafanya the other side. And the other side ukisikiza the idea of conversation, the idea of communication is the basis of the song. Na Trabolee kuwa na hizi songs a lot, or your perspective a lot, where ni a sort of a conversation, kama ni yeye na listener, ama kama ni yeye na yeye mwenyewe, ama yeye na a subject of a song. Hizi ni layers that yo kuwa nazo. Na isema hivi, nafikiria I Forgave You, for example, it covers all those bases that I've just said. And acha niseme pia shukran to Tra mwenye aliwatch that video after the conversation here kwa Ahsante Sessions, kwa sababu ilikuwa the day we were discussing Kenyan songs on fatherhood. So I Forgave You was the last song that we discussed. Was it Ben Soul's? I Forgave You was, I think, the last one. And how ziko na a same DNA na ngoma ya Ben Soul Ningependa Nikuchukie. So this is the idea again kwa ngoma kama Feedback, which is great beat, great rapping. And kuna a time in 2017 I used to listen to Feedback a lot. Fed up, sihitaji feedback a lot. Ilikuwa one of those songs meenda pale YouTube kaenda kwa convert to MP3, download. I think iko kwa iPhone. I believe iko kwa iPhone. Na nilikuwa naichezanga sana. But ukiangalia Feedback iko na pia hizo bases that nasema na hizi conversational perspectives that Trabolee kuwa nazo kwa music yake. And this goes as far back as THC, You Ain't Shit, for instance, and so many more songs kwa catalog yake. So the other side is also one of those songs kwa that tradition ya Tra, na anaiperform akiwa blindfolded. It lends to the perspective, it lends to the viewpoint, what is happening, what we are experiencing, the lyrics of the song. Can you hear me from the other side? Can you hear me from the other side? A layered song lyrically, a layered song musically. The brushy drums, the Blaq, amazing. Fun fact, the other side was the first song ever kwa mziki ya wiki. Mziki ya wiki 1 yenye nilipublish September 6th 2020. Sadfa ni ngoma ya kwanza. Ati Sadfa, the other side. Insane. Niko na feedback hapa. Yeah, produced by Ed. Ini interlude.
Yo, I'm fed up.
Yo, it's almost 3 a.m. What the hell?
Got your feedback, but baby, keep your head up, cause you need to feed that. I'm fed up, see, got your feedback, but baby, keep your head up, cause you need to feed that. Cause you need to feed that. Yeah, cause you need to feed that. Ni fundamental, ni pick the pencil. Na sina agency, atauliza intelligence central. Watakuambia the mind utensil. Lakini most ishaoshwa wakiwater down everything. But we try kila bani legal sentencing. So after he fast, wanipe clemency. Usiclaim una MC, go free the ship. Nenda out on a limb, nikilit the stipples. I hear it's your life, I have to stay aware. So he won't fight the flow backwards, reverse that one. Lakini sita act righteous. Na kila night na stare the tube. Eyes go bare boobs, surprise it is spare lube. In the process na put the golden love in the God given. Emotionless na put the chosen one. Treat objects ka women. Na pia the reverse is true. Lakini chakra ni sabu na faku balance. Kutoka utosi to the root. Tumikosi za dunia nikiwa saiki ya mwanadamu. Hizo noti wanatumia zetu wachana ngozi ya gunia. Tuwachoki kumwaga damu. Washamaliza filosofia msamaria. Uliza kila mpita njia takwambia. Sani ya nani utakulia na pia mina nataka yangu. So I'm fed up, see that your feedback. But baby keep your head up, cause you need to feed that. Cause you need to feed that. I'm fed up, see that your feedback. I'm fed up, see that your feedback. I'm fed up, see that your feedback. But baby keep your head up, cause you need to feed that. Like for real, what can you tell me, bro? I've been spiritual as hell. I even painted my visual in brand. And that, I know what you're saying. I know I ain't free, I just switch cages. I know the pen bleeds as I ink pages. I know they lying through their teeth. I know they try to fix Pinocchio's nose on the Sphinx. I know they demonize my beliefs. I know that makes me wanna live from the scripts. Chosen hate for the kill. I know God is dead and that only makes him real. Just look into my philosophy. I lost my sense of wonder, that's no surprise. Knowingly half the battle lakini siponi na ngoja unipe your 2 cents don't nijaze jackpot yeah you know it so keep on pouring paka nipate blank spots lensa aim at the inner critic cause who cares if you the illest hata kauneza make blood will get cryptic work hard to mute handle business substitute shallow realness na deeper gimmicks but don't you try tempt me I'm finna die empty spit out my thoughts spit out my soul till there's nothing left in me till there's nothing left in me till there's nothing left in me it's a raw kind of life that we live in I'm trying to find my light in the meaning but before I bite I'll be dreaming but before I bite I'll be dreaming it's a raw kind of life that we live in I'm trying to find my light in the meaning but before I bite I'll be dreaming but before I bite I'll be dreaming it's a raw kind of life that we live in I'm trying to find my light in the meaning but before I bite I'll be dreaming but before I bite I'll be dreaming
And as you can see, as I've stated, iko kwa a folder called MP3. You can see here, MP3. Matches or something. The Mediterranean Sundance. MP3. So hizi ni songs that I downloaded nikazi convert and they've stayed here since 2017. So kuna the first 3 ni audio za Alan Watts. Death is only the beginning. What happens after death? There's nothing wrong with, I think, death. Kuna Brother Ali, Sensitive. Kuna Charlene, I've Never Been to Me. Beautiful song. Dizzy Wright, Untouchable, featuring Logic. FKJ, Live. La Fée, Electricité. For Women, cover. Ya Kindalisa Simona, Diane Reeves. Kuna Hamza, Breathing, Part 2, featuring Wretch. Na wana saujina ya Gets. Kuna Pressure ya DC, Royalty by Black. Kuna MC Juice, freestyle yake at the Wake Up Show. Kuna MC Juice na Supernat, freestyle yao bado at the Wake Up Show after their battle. Then the one that I just played right now, the Mediterranean Sundance ya Paco, the Lucia na Aldi Meola, then Feedback ya Trabolee. I've stayed with these audios for that long and they're still here. I am not yet fed up. It's 3 a.m. It's almost 3 a.m. Who does? Enyewe. Only sana kwa sana. The framework that nilikuwa nasema earlier ya conversation is there. Very many songs za trap. So that is where tunaanza with the other side, with the blindfold, which itoa in a few moments as anaendelea na performance with we wanne and building from there. We wanne in a feature Zilo who had performed. Kuna kwa actually ni kwa the other side. Hata before we wanne kuna hiyo line ya kuzen na to my mother's crimes from zenning Zilo's eyes. So it's immediately, so kuna the connection then that leads to be one. Yeah, that leads to we one. Na easy connections nimesema this time they were and felt better na more intentional than what nime experienced previously from Tra, even with the other verses nimesema from previous projects, from previous songs, layering those over newer soundscapes. Nimesema hearts ilikuwa a bit different. Yeah, your vantage point, of course, irauka kwa notice until nikamwambia. And also as that was happening, kulikuwa na, sijui if it was there, I think it was, but kulikuwa na skit, an excerpt ya mtu akiongea, and the voice ina sound, ama ili sound ka the same person mwenye trial sample kwa Conflicted, which opens Tell Us. And I'm certain that was obviously a deliberate choice, because I knew they would go to Tell Us, but they did not. But the voice ili sound Tra, I know you're watching this, hebu niambie kwa comment section, ama unipigie simu, ama uni text niambie. and so this is what we are building. Na tunatoka from Sadfa to MaLiZaRoHo, and it's this interaction between easy songs, easy musical pieces. If ni a point in time where kuna seeking, one thing ni the idea of questions, the idea of pursuit, the idea of being inquisitive. These are part of Trabolee's DNA na discography yake all along. So this is whatever is happening. There are easy questions and moments za kukua curious kuhusu existence, amongst other things, life in general, na falsafa kadha wa kadha, kujaribu kujielewa pia, kujaribu kuelewa binadamu wengine, kujaribu kudeal na hisia ambazo unazo na thoughts zako. Kuna moments zile, kuna sort of answers ambazo tunapata. Na the mantra with mantras zake, ini kitu that una notice, ni sort of easy affirmations, ni sort of healing points, ni sort of moments that you are coming home to yourself, you are coming home to realizations, unapokea epiphanies, and you are stating them. For someone else, mwenye ata happen ku connect because kulikuwa na question kuhusu connecting, ama a conversation kuhusu connecting with music during your time ya kuconverse na Ian, akisema how mziki ya Tra imemsaidia through his darkest of times, some of them. When that is the case, Tra alisema hata ni a plus na ni amazing, but this is outside of this being having such moments with other listeners, which it may happen for mziki ya Tra for years, ni also for ye mwenyewe. Na nimesema idea ya framework ya conversation ni kitu amekuwa nayo for a very long time. Ina serve hiyo layer ya kujiongelesha, then kuongelesha mwenye nasikiza, na pia kuongelesha a particular subject of a particular song. So hizo mantras zina serve easy purposes, lakini inaanza from a point ya the self first. So looking at Sadfa, na this being a project, it may come out from a time a lot of self-reflection for persons individually as well as the globe. Vitu vimesimama, this is what we are getting. Ni hizo za connect the dots backwards, project your own patterns, define vitu, na have some moment ya kureflect, uneka vitu zita make sense. Niangalia the artwork, kuna hizo connection, hizo stars symbols. So kuna hiyo idea ya intention. Kuna can you heal me from the other side, can you hear me from the other side. Na hii approach ya track kuwa melodic kwa choruses zake na kwa his music umeisikia kwa vile me feedback. If you hear that period of time, na nimesema alikuwa na wakia the follow up to All Roads in 2016, unaweza isikia. after Old Roads, those songs that alishughulikia kwa beats za Buff, one of those was The Way Out, which was one of the surviving tracks during the creative process na kile ali come up nayo to tell us. You can see that melodic aspect ya Trabolee, na hizi ni vitu nimesema zilikam around 2016 na alikuwa na tracks already. So ukisikia Telos utasikia ameget now more melodic. Feedback was 2017. Telos comes in 2018 na kuna more melodies. Ukisikiza MaLiZaRoHo the EP, nasemangata this is possibly ama inaweza kuwa an extension ya Telos as far as his stylistic approach. Kwanza with rapping, he got more technical na focus more on rhyming whole sentences. You also know that reference. No, tisanganya references hapa juu mzijui, but if you know that reference, multi-syllabic rhyming, that became the style kwa Telos, carried forward kwa MaLiZaRoHo. So stylistically ni an extension of the same, but approach ya melodies is another aspect that informs MaLiZaRoHo the EP a lot na style yake moving forward to date. So we are weaving conversation. So individual songs ni mazungumzo, lakini pia how Tra ana move kutoka one piece to another, ngoma moja to another, ni the same idea ya mazungumzo na kujipatia hizi affirmations na kujipatia answers, kuona how the experience is. At the same time, si kuna points of conflict, even ndio tutafute answers na tupate answers, inamaanisha kuna gaps tunajaribu kufill, and such moments zinakuwa captured. Kuna idea ya the healing, na hata hapa tumesikia hiyo nini ya hiyo line ya kumekuwa na a line that has the meaning the meaning kwa feedback. Fed up itaji feedback, na kuna song called The Meaning. Unaona hizi strands na zinajirudia. After the show tumehang out kidogo at Move Bistro. One of the conversations was that artists say the same things over and over. Poets write the same poem over and over. Musicians write the same song over and over. Writers write the same book over and over. Now na extend to other factors, but ilikuwa musicians na poets. Basis ya an artist music na creativity na the expression, largely itabaki the same but in different ways. So unaweza ona hizi strands that tuna pick. The aspect ya hizi points of conflict na kujaribu kufill gaps na the points of friction, tuliongelea friction kwa our conversation na track kuhusu Old Roads. One ni with easy projects, kuna obviously different moments kwa different times za life yake, na you can summarize kama ni Old Roads, kama ni friction or dealing na trauma, and a lot of questions and dark moments kama I Forgive You, Die for Your Answers, Ego Death, Where Do We Go From Here, featuring the late Bua. So kuna such. Frank is another. So you have such songs. From Telos, idea ya purpose na idea ya preaching to the converted. So kunaweza kukuwa na some settling, but pia kuna songs kama Sisyphus, where even the production mirrors what Trabolee anaongelea with Sisyphus na Sisyphust. So kuna conflict in Sisyphus, but pia Sisyphust kuna sort of a resolution hapo, and viewing the story as Sisyphus differently. But the opening song that nimerefer to with voice nimesema ilitumika pia kwa one of the songs ni conflicted ama conflicted. heads, tails, conflicted, kuna idea za pesa, yeye kuongelea jani alichukua, jani angefaa kuchukua, bado kuna aspects of friction, but as an overall ni telos na purpose, and then preaching to the converted. Way Out is one of those songs. Kuna these kingdoms are inside you, kuna hiyo resolution and a calmness and idea ya purpose, and kuna Eon of Light which closes, yenye pia aliperform na alisema he always has to perform that piece that closes Telos in a beautiful way. Tukiangalia the other project ni Sadfa, and again kuna the question ya coincidence with that project, and looking at what the world is going through, but also a moment ya personal reflection, but kuna a lot of self-awareness na ile position. Trabolee yuko in kwa life generally, then that seeps into other aspects too, but that is the mood, that is the idea, hiyo ndio the foundation of the project. And even with Zillow's Heaven, the question ya viewing life from a different view, a different vantage point, kuuliza so ninge view life hivi all along, and I could have tripped all along, ningekuwa na such experiences all along, and kuna hizi questions, but kuna aspects pia of awareness na aspects of clarity kwa that project, kama ni open doors, the other side, life is for the living, kauponi, what's the meaning? Then MaLiZaRoHo, and you figure that see ati you get to a point and everything could figured out. Hata Charlie sema during the conversation, ukisikiza MaLiZaRoHo, kuna kama ni ngoma kama Hearts and touching on the socio-political sphere of life, ama Rafiki Pesa, kuna hizo conflicts za do, never had money, it's hard to keep money, or now you need money, you also need this now when uko na responsibility, kama ni when the mom is sick you need to pay e-bill, ama kauja why kuwa na do, how do you make this money stay, how do you make this money grow. Hizi ni ideas that ni conflicting still. And rangi zingine pia idea ya race, idea ya color, but at the same time kuna the other songs kama ni Sahau Shida, kama ni His Spark, kama ni Radiate, kama ni hiyo rangi zingine bado ni celebratory. And kile pia nilikuwa nakuja tu, kuna My Time, but what I was coming to nikisema kuna aspects kadhaa, nikianza na the first point nikienda back to prior projects za Old Roads na nikibuild, ni kuna aspect that ana capture all of these dynamics for the different songs, but also as we are moving from question to question or question to answer and vice versa, the healing is an epitome of such. The tagging forces, the healing took this, the healing took that, the healing took science, the healing took religion, for example. And I've been healing through this, I've been healing through that. So different situations, the healing took work, the healing took play, the healing took day, and such. So you can see this through writing yake, na unaweza observe as we are experiencing how ana piece together the entire show piece by piece, and kutoka place moja onto another. So this was looking at it from that fundamental level, interactive. It's not a perspective necessarily in a linear manner, but kuna multiple perspectives being offered at the same time, then fusing aspects za spoken word with the performance, which pia hapa na feel ilifanywa na ikawa incorporated in a better manner than a one track minded, for instance. So kufanya Eon of Light at some point kwa the performance towards set ya mwisho wakimaliza after the conversations, na now we are getting to the end, songs kama Vantage Point, and the idea that because the verse ama the chorus inasemanga sana ona vitu nyingi from a vantage point, keep it loud in the spirit, how I mask the noise. So this again, Vantage Point closes Vantage Point closes the EP Sadfa. Hapa ilikuwa ina close, iko part of the last segment of the performance. So having this different vantage point after we experience vitu kadhaa, kama ni questions that you are asking and kuongelea certain things in your life kwa frank, and kuuliza ka will hear you from the other side, na kujiuliza as well and such. Kukuwa na stories za life ni about the healing, ka life is for the living, ka uponi what's the meaning ni kwa sadfa, hapa kuna the healing. So these things are tied together, na unazikirika going back to what Charles kwa nasema ya people singing the same song and poets writing the same piece, same poem over and over. You can see this kwa kazi yake. Tunasemanga kama kawaida, see about what you do or what you say, about how you do it and how you say it. Unaweza ziona zikirika. So baada ya kama ni kuuliza kusema this is the meaning, na kusema life ni for the living, na tunafaa kupona, and kwenda back and forth. Kuna MaLiZaRoHo with the upbeat energetic, kuna aspects za braggadocio rap, and the sort of conversation that ana have na ideas ana present through this song that fika point ya mwisho. Now naona vitu vingi from a vantage point, this is how I mask the noise. Na the other songs that alifeature pia akimaliza, one of those as well ni Eon of Light, which is also a conclusory song, na inamaliza telos, na kuna hiyo idea ya purpose tying in with Vantage Point, Eon of Light. Then we go back to songs that fit into the realm of Rafiki Pesa, na kuna Bank on This. So Bank on This ni an exclusive song yenye walituchezea, haiko anywhere. Pia kulikuwa na Incredibly, how kings live incredibly or exist incredibly, another song that wali perform, another song ya confidence and self-affirmation, as well as hizi mantras za the mantra. The song that walituchezea nimesema realm iko in because ni bank on this, ama banking on this, kuhusu whatever it is una bank on, unangoja ama unatumai ikupatie matokeo fulani, but iko na perspective ya pesa, something that also Trabolee ameongelea sana. Rafiki Pesa, banking ama bank on this, co-inflicted. This has been there. And najaribu kukumbuka, I think kwa feedback pia kuna nini kuhusu do. So you can see the strands all through and through. So that walifanya. Then after that, I think Tra alifanya pia another short spoken word beat wakamaliza. And that was how the entire show plan. Obviously, this is a duo that each person holds their own. Kuna ati Trani a weak MC, but Akili Blaq is a super producer. Ama Akili is an average at best producer. Tra is a super MC. If you've listened to the projects, you know I am preaching to the converted. Kama hujasikiza, na uzisikize, uconfirm kile nasema. So each person ana bring their personality, ana bring their skill set to the table, and we've experienced this outside of the music, how we listen to it kivyetu, to my experience live. Kulikuwa na sound ikioverwhelm Mzilani tukianza, because alikuwa anafanya beat yake was Zillow's Heaven, lakini hiyo wali rectify, but largely ni experiencing this kwa that setup feels different. The beats and their energy and how they feel. Then kuna a super MC pale kwa, then no playback of course with Akili Blaq. Hawezi tuwezi fanya kazi, tuwezi. And Trani MC anajua kazi yake, unajua not to perform na backing vocals, unakuja na performance tracks, and that is exactly what they did. For long nimekuwa nikisema na nikiuliza mbona wasanii hawafanyi easy sets where you can just have your DJ and you perform. Msanii amefanya ni Tra. Najua most of acts wanaifanyanga na playback, but you can have performance tracks, have your producer or have your DJ, and you can make a show work. And it can work very well. Also considering that most hip-hop artists are not the Calligraphs or the Octopizos or the King Kakas, who King Kaka perform na DJ, where wana perform kwa large places, hata and concerts. Hata nimefikiria pia for Calligraph, nikiona performances zake yuko na DJ, yuko na Heno, ZJ Heno. But nasema where they perform wako na chances na they can do big bands, ni for most acts they are relatively known na wako na smaller audiences. A DJ is fine, just have a DJ hapo, and you can do some things here and there na bado show you work vizuri sana. And I feel that was what happened. Took a rap along to everything because we do this. How many times do I have to reiterate? Mara ngapi? Kabla ukuwe fed up. This is what we do. Na kukuwa na hizo aspects, kama ni kutusomea thoughts zake, a page from his notebook. Hizo ni intimate moments that you give your fans. And najua alitry ku incorporate audience, akisema kuna msee ako na anything to say aiseme. No one did. But hizo bado they're still intimate moments that you share with your audience. The thing ni with crowd participation, apart from siku rap, because we do this, ni yakwanga you have to create that rapport in some way. Kama ni before the show or during the show, jikwe possible. The same na crowd participation, where you ask people to rap along or sing something. Build that moment. So for participation, which is something pia na nilikuwa nafikiria with mic check ni that you also want to, when you're having people in a space, you also want to make the best out of it, not only for you but also for the people wenye wanakuja, ndio isikue that just your community came and they just left as they did as individuals of the community and not the community that is the community. Ni to find ways of making the community interact. That is something really observe with the live recording. Ndio, because that is now you're building your community too outside of what you're offering them as this entity. Ni also the community members themselves outside of what mna offer, wanaweza kuwa na their own relationships now, build the community even further. So that is that with what nilikuwa naongelea earlier as the first part of this live. Now nilikuwa nasema for performances, creating a rapport inakuanga, how do you rope in your audience? Ndio nikiambia wafanye hii ni watafanya, and take time kuijenga pole pole. So track ambia watu waseme what was it? I can only remember what it became eventually, but not what the actual thing was. Nimekumbuka. Fly. Ali rush. Nikukua a take time. I think when alifanya harness, contract minded, ili build. Now we stayed with it for some time. Tukaisema. Mantras, which is something that plainly noticed. So with one track minded kulikuwa na harness, and that was the, I would say, theme or takeaway, because ilikuja pia towards the end, na ilikuwa hiyo kusema harness, na ilikuwa harness whatever. So nikaa hiyo banking on again. So what are you banking on? Are you banking on your work, on a partner, on love, on sex, on an investment? What is it you're banking on hope, whatever. So with harness ilikuwa the same. You can harness whatever it is you want to harness, and people are saying whatever walikuwa na harness, show ikiisha kwa one track minded. So with Fly, because ilikuwa towards the end of a performance, so the incorporation, kama ange take a bit more time with it, ingework. Ili work because what all you notice what alikuwa anafanya na wali get the idea, lakini inge build more, na acha watu waiseme, then inge register, then aseme notice claim mmesema, inge work, but ali brush too over it na ikakuwa a brief moment. So alikuwa anaambia watu waseme the word fly over and over. Fly. Sijui if you do that with words, because I do that with words a lot. I think most people do, where unaweza sema one word and you say it over and over, it becomes something else. Then when you now say what the word has become, it takes you back to what the previous word was, na kile ulikuwa unasema initially. So sijui kama umenotice, fly, because the last syllable of fly ina join that fly. So I take two time kidogo na build, ingekuwa a beautiful chorus and communal moment. But that is what alikuwa ana go for, another recurring aspect of the show, na recurring aspect of mantras from the mantra. Amesema nataka ku rebrand, abadilishe the acronym, na kuwe mantra. Mantras ni nyingi from his music, a lot of them. Got a whole lot to say from MaLiZaRoHo, the EP, to Sadfa, a lot of them on Sadfa, a lot of them to MaLiZaRoHo. Sishike tama tabasam sahau shida. Hispaki yetu. That was MaLiZaRoHo session, the MaLiZaRoHo sessions, courtesy of Cheche Sessions by Trabolee and Akili Blaq. An intimate conversation that really happened. Nimesema Ian ananibia kazi. Ian sijui kama unawatch ama unasikia. Matrata kuambia wache kunibia kazi bana. This would have been the perfect opportunity mimi kukaa pale chini na kuzungumza na the mantra kwa mara nyingine kwa his second show after One Track Minded. You come full circle, but who is Ian? Who is Trabolee? Hakunifikiria. And niko here na muongelea. And it always seems I'm always ranting. Repetition. Kuhusu wasanii. Last week ilikuwa kuhusu Slim Shaka na yeye kuninyima interview. After all I've done, this is a motherfucking thanks I get. I started this art shit in terms of what I do as Sana kwa Sana. And this is the motherfucking thanks I get. Intimate conversation. Iko na a lot of insights regarding vitu kibao. So kulikuwa that first part where yeye alimuuliza favorite things zake, food. Hakujibu ya movie, ilikuwa nisema nikaacha waende. TV series, book. Now one more thing that I'm forgetting. After that part of the conversation, because alikuwa anaanza hapo ndo into references. Again, we do this as Sana kwa Sana. If you watched our session a few weeks back, ilikuwa kuhusu Kenyan music na references. Na msanii tulitaja, none of them was Trabolee because of his references. Ian alichukua mwa Kenya hapa. Ian, if you're watching this, say the truth. The truth. The truth. You know that reference. Trying the truth. Waka converse kuhusu various aspects of who they are. Back up who you are. Njoo ukiweka wasanii wengi on such spots utagundua okay, kumbe music too is just a front. Ama hii sana yako is just a front. You're not who you portray yourself to be. Then kukawa na questions pia from the audience. For Cheche, I was there last time wanaifanyanga. Vile tu pia mic check walifanya, wanapatia pieces of paper, andika swali. So people asked questions. That was the final segment of that conversation to both Tra na Akili Blaq. I really wish that ina exist na watu wa get experience parts of the show ama the whole show. Lakini hiyo conversation ni muhimu sana. That half an hour plus conversation. Insights kwa wingi. Naweza enda uchimbe uone kama utamaliza roho. The dimes. Pate dimes, my gems from that. One more thing. Akili Blaq. Akili Blaq is a mad man. Wow. Apart from kutuchezea incredibly na banking on this. So during the show time where alikuwa na play music sana kwa hiyo intermission. Ana play music chini ya maji. Tukimaliza alisema some of those are from MaLiZaRoHo too. But beats za Akili Blaq. Nilianza this segment of our live nikisema kuna 2 videos. One of those ni Try and Akili Blaq are unique artists. The other one ni Give Akili Blaq his flowers. You just need to watch those videos. Na usikize the music. That's what matters the most. None of what I'm saying here matters. It's never mattered. Ndio maana nilikuwa nasema ku-experience your music kwa hiyo context ya performance. Those beats, that production, such an amazing hip-hop sound designer. And you have to listen to MaLiZaRoHo kupata the full context. Because beat kama ya his spark, hata si beat ya hachana, oh yeah, of course, atachana na his spark. What do I mean? Uwezi chana na his spark. But see his spark nasema, we won. Acha ni kuserve. Nikaneza kuserve. Tumalize hii story. We won haiko YouTube ningecheza we won. Whew. That beat and the very many beats that Akili Blaq may produce and production yake through the entire show. Yo. Blaq. You can watch. Najua try to snitch. Try my ear not to snitch. Blaq, a skilled musician, an adept creative, a brilliant producer, a layered artist, a rare mind. Tra, as I say and keep saying, is one of the, if not the most unique Kenyan, one of the most unique Kenyan artists, and one of the, if not most unique Kenyan hip-hop artists. All you need to do is listen to the catalog. Contemplative wordsmith, otherworldly lyricist, poignant thinker, and a profound expresser of words. With that being said, I look forward to the other MaLiZaRoHo sessions. And it's 3:38. We cover for 2 hours and 4 minutes. now 5. Who does this? Why do I do this? I'm about to have an existential crisis. Nothing but the usual. Nothing but the usual. No 34th playlist for today. Obviously, what did I expect? On this Monday, Mziki ya Wiki comes out in a few hours. Mziki ya Wiki 14. Mziki ya Wiki 2.0 14. On the blog, Mziki ya Wiki ni tuko at the 106th edition. I was supposed to stop this at 104 after 2 years, but here we are. Yet, none of it matters. Though pia, if you're watching this baadaye, kile nimesema kuhusu comes out in the next few hours doesn't make any sense, so it's moot. Asante sana for your time. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this baadaye, nashukuru sana. Sambaza Injili. Jina ni TRA, so gospel it kangoma ya Injili. And it was also to say for both beautiful moments to interact and spend time with people. Now sana for hii show ya mwisho yenye nimefanya kuingia kwa nyumba hizi time ni because I was still interacting and living the life. Beautiful moments with the community, the arts community, poetry community, na ku hang out na creatives, na ku converse, beautiful conversations, beautiful interactions, to meet new people and the family. Another fun fact, it's been a while and today it happened. Tulikuwa pamoja kwa the same space as Sana kwa Sana. It's been a while. Our last recordings were our media list, na hiyo ilikuwa mimi, Abe na Irauka. Then tukiwa Cheche ilikuwa mimi na Musoti the other time. Then today, apart from Abe, unaona, but sasa sisi as the originals. Mimi, Irauka, Roger na Musoti. It had been a while. So you courtesy of only mantra can do that, and the interactions were amazing. So if you're here this far, najua you already check out Sana kwa Sana. But if hujaona any of the videos nimetaja kwa hii video, tafadhali make it matter, even though it doesn't. Check out Trabolee, check out Akili Blaq. Tunasemanga, we don't mention artists tukiwasifia for no reason. Trust me. Usienda kumekwa Kaslim Shaka sitting next to me and Musoti, tukimwambia we don't mention these artists for no reason. Maybe they have bribed us. Maybe. But it's for no reason. That's the point. Check out pia Mic Check. Skize your podcast na Upside Digital Networks. I am done. Nilisema nilikuwa na goodies from Mic Check. Ilikuwa poster ya Nirvana kwa mali hapa. Ukiona the next mziki ya wiki utaicheki. So hiyo ni incentive. And the other one, the other luggage, is a mantra that says induce the magic, reduce the baggage, induce the magic, reduce the baggage, From Dots, the opening song on Sadfa. With that being said, Asante Sana. It's almost for what? It's 3:44. Then cap off one more if you get 4:44. That's for the sake of the numerology and the alignment here with 3 eyes. Asante Sana for watching this. If you listen to try, you know the opening song that ends a nice session. I don't need to say it. If you don't listen to try, utaijua. Yeah, we should be able to enjoy ukimsikiza. Today we're doing things differently because we can and because we want to and because I have power. This song is slept on, and I'm only saying this because obviously utuka slept on wezi measure. Those are just statements that people make. You slept on, overrated, underrated. It's not hard to quantify, but we can have conversations about them. I need you to get this video to 1K views. So I've talked about the song through this video, so you might know what I'm talking about. Ukisikia the lyrics of the song, but I need you to get this to 1K views. You cannot be doing this to Trabolee Akili Blaq. You cannot be doing this. Now subscribe. No, 1.5K. Let's take 1.4 something. So that's beautiful. Subscribe to channel ya Trabolee. Mwache jokes bana. This is an elite MC. You're joking. Anyway, go watch this video. Edna amekuja hapa nikimaliza because akona privilege ya kukua hapa sahi. Kwao bado ni relatively early. For some of us, it's almost 4 AM and I'm still here. Edna, hi and bye. As usual, nakupenda sana. You know you're part of the reason I'm still doing these things, where I'm playing music mwanzo na mwisho. Before niamue, screw all of you people. Thank you.
Can you hear me from the other side? Can you hear me from the other side? Hello? 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 Can you hear me from the other side? Can you hear me from the other side? Uko wapi sahi? Niko hapa jamana, sitakata tamaa, natunga qualify. Na washa mwanga tanga, wacha wapone sahi, wacha waonje sana, usikosoe rafik, wacha atoe sadak, na mini chore hadith, milima bonde za love, I'm talking many valleys, ni kama bonde za nax, usipo follow the lead, utajisome ya map, usipo soma dalil, utajione ya rat, mayuto pendi palis, cause all they do is harass, ni mata pelikanis, mkike jelly the rasta. Wapinta mele bahasha, mambo za kweli za chacha, chana ngeli za sasa, chana bele za pasta, Machiavelli the rapture, say pain is a factor, but we changing the chapter, kona wengi ni nadra, so I'm sending this data. Hello, 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 can you hear me from the other side? Can you hear me from the other side? Hello, 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 can you hear me from the other side? Can you hear me from the other side? I got my mother's wisdom, I got my father's pride. To find my own emissions, this little light of mine will shine with more precision. My wish is satisfied. I try the television, they couldn't recognize. Inside the television, my pen is penalized. I made my own decision from Zen and Zelo's eyes. A send killer season, sit still and still the mind. But they say pain is a factor, but we changing the chapter. Kona wengi ni nadra, so I'm sending this data. If you get it, just answer. I'm sending this data. If you get it, just answer. Answer. Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me from the other side? Can you hear me from the other side? Hello? 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 Can you hear me from the other side? Can you hear me from the other side? Hello? 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 Can you hear me from the other side? Can you hear me from the other side? Show it in the night, we show it, gotta write this story, gotta find you for it. If you're a dime, you show it, or the fine you for it. Hey, but my light keeps showing in the night, we show it, gotta write this story, gotta find you for it. If you're a dime, you show it, or the fine you for it. But my light keeps showing in the night, we show it, gotta write this story, gotta find you for it. If you're a dime, you show it, or the fine you for it. And my light keeps showing, gotta write this story, gotta find you.